guys, so welcome back to my channel. I want to come on here and give like a new type of feel that I haven't really seen on Instagram, or let me say social media in a sense. I'm trying something new because I'm on a journey to really figure out what I want to say, like what is my purpose, or what is something that I bring to the world that's an escape for me, enjoyable, fun. And since I'm a certified yapper, the only thing I really enjoy in life is talking. Like that's the only thing I can say. Like, I love to talk. So I just feel like I bring, great sound advice, funny, like I'm like the mom of the group. I'm just trying to like basically like introduce you guys to this new segment that I want to be called. I'm a little nervous, but I want to call this segment the Feminine Approach. I do have another title on my YouTube channel called the Feminine Approach, but this is going to be kind of different. Bear with me because I feel like I'm going to be all over the place, but I'm just trying to find my groove. I'm just trying to figure out like what's best for me, what I enjoy, what I love. And yes, so welcome to the Feminine Approach. And we will just be talking all things related to maturing, evolving, understanding, celebrating who we are in the whole, men or women. I feel like although it is called a feminine approach, I feel like my girls will like it as well, because everybody wants to tap into that femininity, that woman's essence of what they have. And so that's why I feel like I'm not quite sure, I'm not 100% sold, but I'm just going with the flow because, like I said, it may lead to anything else. And I'm on my first step of taking the first step, taking the actionable step, and that's just doing and seeing how it goes, see how people respond or whatever. So I'm gonna get into it. So it's kind of like a reaction type of thing, but we don't know. But I'm gonna get into it. So I'm a little excited about it, like, because it's like, oh, like I said, I love to talk. I'm at work, I'm on the phone. I'm at home, I'm on the phone. But now it's time for me to put that energy into something productive, something that I can profit off of as well, but something that I really enjoy, like bringing my purpose into fruition. So that's what I'm doing. So I have this little, it's like this little meme or something that I think on TikTok, and I kind of want to discuss about it. So right now on social media, it's all about the femininity, the feminine approach, how to soften your blows, not being so masculine, not being in our masculinity. But I just feel like we are all different facets of ourselves. It's some people that I am very feminine with, and it's some people that I am masculine and feminine. I mean, I wouldn't even say like masculine or feminine. I don't really care for the words because I feel like it's putting us in a box. But I will say it's different ways of conducting yourself when it comes to dealing with people. And as a woman dealing with a man, or I would say as a person dealing with someone that you care about, love, care for. So it's a certain way we go about talking to people. I don't necessarily want to say walking on eggshells, but just really comprehending how a person acts and how they move, and being able to talk to them the right way, because I be wanting to be talked to the right way. I tell people all the time, like, you gotta talk to me a certain type of way for me to respond, because people say I have selective hearing, so I clearly have selective, let me say, I guess, actions. Because if you don't talk to me a certain way, you're not gonna get me to move a certain way, and that's just a point blank period. But we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna go down the list. It's called Remember How You Talk to Him, and we can spice it up, him/her. So instead of saying, can we go, you say, I would love to experience this with you. The next one, I know my worth. So instead of saying I know my worth, it's important that our values align. So basically this is just a reword, switching out the things that you would kind of say and formulating it in a more feminine way. And I guess taking the emotions out of how we're trying to tell people or convey to people what we're feeling and making them understand. So instead of saying, why don't you do this, say it's attractive when you take the lead. The next one, we already spoke about this. Instead of saying that, say what would help us understand each other better. Why would you say that? You would say, I would feel more comfortable if you took a different approach. The next one, you need to do this. Can you help me with this? The last one, I do not care about. You would say, this isn't a priority to me. So I wanted to give you guys that, and we kind of chit chat about how do you feel about that? Like for me, I'm all about wording things differently, but then it becomes so daunting because I feel like we are always trying to change up things, or we have to go about things in a different way of how we're speaking to someone. And I feel like really true people that are our tribe. I always say like that's your tribe. They're gonna understand you no matter what, no matter how raw, how uncut you are. They're gonna receive you because they're gonna feel like, oh, this is somebody that I can talk to uncut. They're not gonna have no sentimental, they ain't gonna be in their feelings or anything. So, but when I think too, when it comes to men, and I want to say this in particular, when it comes to men want to be talked to in a certain kind of way. And from experience, I would say that it does work. I feel like it just doesn't have longevity. Like I want to say to get you out of some things. I wouldn't say that. I would just say, when you're just trying to be nice or just loving. But I couldn't do this every day. Like, I just feel like in certain situations, I'm trying to explain myself. Something has happened, and it's like, okay, how am I going to get this man to really understand how I feel? Because I'm an emotional woman. So I come off with my emotions. I'm always saying, I'm always saying, you made me feel this way when you did this, instead of just saying, it's important that our values align, instead of saying like, I know my worth and you're not gonna treat me, da 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 da. Like, it's like I'm so torn between it, but that's why I wanted to make this video, because I'm just like, how do other people feel? Like, I feel like we have so many rules now. It's so much information or opinions from the men, from the women. We got the sprinkle lady, we got the black kings, and or the kings in general, because I'm not like racial bias. I feel like the men in general, they're having their say so, and then we got the alpha man, and like I'm the prize and he's the prize. Like, it's just so much that's going on. That's what I'm saying. It's so confusing. Where I would say 2020, I feel like it was not like this. I don't know, for me, I would say, even when I talk to some of my friends, we say the same thing too. Like, back in 2020, it was not this hard to date or, really vibe with a person. It's easy to vibe with somebody sexually. I feel like, because, if you like or you're attracted to, whatever that aesthetic of that person, that's just what it is. But when you go on a deeper level, I think that's when all the confusion comes into play, because a person wants you to have this status, but they don't have that status, because they see their potential, they see themselves of like, ultimately who they want to be, you know. But some people get there and some people don't. That's why they say it's best not to fall in love with a person's potential, because you can see it all day, but are they capable of ever getting to that, you know? And so it's like I said, it's just so much tug of war of do this and do that. And I just feel like this is good material. I feel like it's really good material when it comes to really like trying to convey what you are saying to that person in a non-emotion, because sometimes our emotion gets the best of us and we really truly don't say everything that we need to say. Especially for me, even though I'm a yapper, I have to literally like sit and think about what it is, everything I wanted to say. Like in that moment, I don't think of the cleverness, or I don't really go back until June the 10th, 1990, you know? Like I really don't, in that moment, I need to sit and draw it out. Like literally this guy let me go through his phone. He was drunk at first, and then the next morning we still talked about it, and we kind of sort of went through it again. But it was just like, and I could see stuff, he was being honest, and I could see things, but I wasn't able to just grasp everything that I wanted to say that would be like, ooh, that would have really answered the questions of a lot of things, because sometimes I do see things and I don't speak on it. I just move accordingly, and I'm kind of in a season where I do want to speak on it. I used to speak on it. No, I never did. Like I would see something and I would just chalk it up like, okay, I see that you that type of person. I would categorize whatever it is that I seen, you know, that you were trying to hide or whatever like that. So I feel like it's really good material. But you know, like how do y'all feel? Like, do y'all feel that it's just too much overload? Do you feel like you have to be robot as far as when it comes to dating, or how do you talk to someone that you care about? Because a lot of times I find myself with people, especially a man that has friends on me, or like trying to, you know, play with me when he wants to play with me. I find myself, I go into a friendship. Once you put me in a space where it's like, okay, you don't really know, oh, you my homeboy now. So I don't talk to you the way I would, you know, I would talk to a man that I'm interested in. And men don't like that, because to me, I know how to shut things off. Like I know about boundaries. My boundaries are set up too well that sometimes I don't even like it. Now I may play with the boundaries, you know, because I'm only human, but I definitely have boundaries set up, and you can tell, like you do me wrong, baby, I've been doing no contact since no contact was invented. Like literally, you did something, it's okay, cool. You won't hear from me until you hit me up, you know, because it's just like I did nothing to you. But I just wanted to come on here and like really discuss do y'all care about, you know, the feminine? Like I care about how I look, how the world perceives me. I'm not like I care about what people think, but I care about how the world perceives me, how I look in society. I think anybody that cares about their future, that cares about what they bring into this world, cares about their perception to the world, because who doesn't check themselves when they go in the mirror? Because if you say, oh, I don't care about how the world looks at me, you a type of person that don't double check to see if they got boogers in their nose, see if their hair going crazy, you get out of the car and you know you set the windows down, or you know, fix yourself up, or care about how you look, how you smell. I feel like, you know, that's just, you know, that, but I do care about how I am perceived in the world, and that matters to me. Now, how you perceive me in a way where it's a personal level, I do not care. But I want to be presented as someone, oh, she looks well put together. Or men will always say, like, they didn't approach me because they thought that I was put up, like, you know, I was in a relationship, I was taken care of, you know, like being treated right, or whatever that may look like. But yeah, so I want to create a community of, you know, women or people where we just come together and we talk and we discuss and we just kumbaya together. Like, I want to expand my conversations with people. Like, I love people in a sense where I can learn from them, they can learn from me. I just get a broader view of minds. Like, I'm a behavioralist. I I'm intrigued by how people think and how they move and what makes a person react this way, this, that. I really should have been I think a detective or like something that involves the mind. I used to even want to be a surgeon. Like, it's never too late, but that's too much. But something I wish I can go back and then do things totally different with knowing what makes me like tick and what I really like. Because when you're young, you just really don't. And then if you don't have somebody to really cultivate that, like I didn't have a parent that said, you're good at this, like let's create more of this, or let's really dive deep into that. I wish I really had that. But I feel like I'm at where I'm supposed to be. I'm right in the place I'm supposed to be, and I'm grateful. I really am. But so instead of can we go, instead of I know my worth, instead of why don't you do this, instead of we already spoke about this, why would you say that, you need to do this and I don't care about. Do men even care? Do men even care how we talk to them? Not like, because these things are not like so crazy, but I get that it's always a different way. It's many ways to skin a cat, So please comment down below. What are your thoughts? Let's see. I would love to make more content to see like this is something you guys like. Can I really create a community of people of my tribe that just understands me, that's on the same wavelength as me, whatever. But yeah, so comment down below some little things that could be said different, you learned different. So follow my Instagram at @TheAshleyJ_. I'm on TikTok, but I'm just trying to formulate everything. Definitely thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really thinking like, okay, that everything, because I want it to be natural, I want it to be me, and I don't want to be like, hey, how when you first doing YouTube or you just doing YouTube in general, and you just like, hey, like it feels so robotish, or it feels so like you trying to get a job interview type of vibe. I'm trying to just get more comfortable with, being myself. This is my first take. Like before, I used to have to do a couple little takes or whatnot, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, make sure you follow me. Definitely comment below, like let's get something started. I feel like this is a safe place. I feel like what is really going to formulate to be is going to be something so beautiful. It doesn't matter if it's a small group, long as it's a group where people can express themselves. Like I just want to be genuine and real, and like create safe spaces, because I don't see anything for me where I can create, or somebody that's like me where they're being, just down to earth and real versus, everything is so cookie cutter. Now it may be a couple like cookie cutters for like reels and things of that nature, because it's social media. But when I'm actually physically like talking, I want it to be as real as possible. So that's why I want to create this community. And if you feel like this is something that you want to be a part of, definitely comment, subscribe, and like. Until next time, thank you guys so much.